Brothers and sisters, peace be with you today. We ask an important question. Is it biblical for the United States to deport undocumented immigrants who have not committed crimes? They have not broken other laws, yet they are deported. It sounds cruel, but law does not operate on emotions. Law operates on principles. Many people's first reaction is this. This is unfair. But first, we must clarify the concept. The term undocumented immigrant is misleading. The key issue is not whether someone is good or bad. The key issue is that this person entered a country illegally. Illegal entry itself is already a violation of law. It does not depend on whether other crimes were committed. A more accurate term would be illegal entrant. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine someone enters your home without permission. He does not steal. He does not hurt you. He is polite. He even helps you clean still. This is illegal trespassing. You have the legal right to ask him to leave. You also have the right to remove him through lawful means. Good intentions do not become legal residency. Kindness cannot cancel illegality. If kindness could cancel illegal entry, property rights would disappear, boundaries would collapse, and society would fall into chaos. The same logic applies to nations. If someone says, illegal immigrants who commit no crime should never be detained or deported, then logically he must also accept this. Illegal trespassers who behave well may stay in your home forever. This clearly violates the rule of law and basic national sovereignty. Whether it is a home or a country, agreements, rules, and boundaries must exist. Enforcing the law is not cruelty. It is not hatred. It is the foundation of a functioning society. Borders are the first line of defense for the safety and welfare of citizens. Tolerating illegal entry is a deep injustice to those who wait in line legally. Only entry with proper permission is morally and biblically sound. Romans chapter 13 teaches us all governing authorities are established by God. Whoever resists authority resists what God has appointed. Scripture is clear. Believers are called to submit to lawful authority within reasonable limits. Not because governments are perfect, but because order comes from God. From this perspective, the government's responsibility is not merely to express sympathy. It is to establish and enforce border laws. It is to preserve justice and peace. If the government abandons this duty, the ones who suffer most are the weakest members of society. Therefore, upholding the law does not mean lacking compassion. On the contrary, it is the foundation that allows justice and mercy to stand together. At the same time, obedience to law does not conflict with mercy. The church should care for those in hardship. The church should offer humanitarian help. The church may even support responsible reform of immigration systems. But none of this means denying the existence of law. True mercy is never achieved by trampling on law. It is built on truth and justice. Let me summarize. Some people believe if someone enters illegally and then does good deeds, the illegality is canceled. Others believe because deportation looks cruel, the state should not act. Others focus only on emotions, personal dreams, and individual needs. These ideas appear compassionate, but in many ways, they do not align with biblical principles. Scripture teaches clearly, nations are responsible to maintain justice. They are responsible to preserve social order. Justice and mercy are not enemies. They walk together. But mercy must never come at the cost of truth. Enforcing law is not heartless. It is the bottom line of civilization. Another common question is this. During deportation enforcement, if people are injured or even die, should deportation policies stop? First, we must distinguish a crucial issue. Did officers use necessary and lawful force, or did they abuse power? Lawful and necessary force, even when tragic outcomes occur, is not the same as murder. It is an unfortunate risk in law enforcement. However, if officers violate the law and abuse violence, they must be investigated and held accountable. Even if, in some cases, illegal force causes death, those actions deserve severe punishment, but they do not turn all deportation enforcement into injustice. Let me give an example. During World War II, the war against Nazism is widely recognized as a just war. Yet during that war, were innocent people harmed, were surrendered, soldiers killed, were civilians targeted? Yes, it happened. Those responsible were punished. But their crimes did not change the just nature of the war itself. War itself is the result of human sin reaching extreme levels. We oppose all illegal violence and abuse of power. But in struggles against extreme evil, harm to innocents is sometimes unavoidable. We mourn every innocent life we work to reduce tragedies, but we do not abandon justice. In many ways, the issue of illegal immigration follows similar logic. Individual misconduct must be corrected. Abuse must be punished. But we must not deny the legitimacy of protecting borders and maintaining legal order. Upholding law is righteous. Preserving order is necessary, and doing so is consistent with biblical truth.